All right, hello everybody. So today we are going to be doing kind of the same thing we've been doing, but I did want to talk a little bit about something that'll be upcoming. So I just finally got this wallet binder, and so this will be an A7, I believe, because the other ones are A6. But so this one is going to be for me to, take out with me, use for cash stuffing like groceries and stuff like that. Obviously I have not switched over from my old wallet to put like cards and stuff in, but that'll be coming. But so the envelopes that I have here in this one, and we're not stuffing this one today, but that'll be soon. Shopping, groceries, pets, health, food, and clothing. And so I'm thinking what this one will end up will be, I don't know what denominations yet. That'll depend on kind of what's going on and where things are at financially, but I want to say, I think I'm going to stuff it like every time I get paid. So with each paycheck, portion will come out and go into these categories. Now, when I'm on maternity leave, of course, that's going to look a little bit different than, afterwards once my checks go back to normal and stuff like that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, we've got our cash from the bank. So let's go ahead and count this. We've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 78. So that's what we'll be cash stuffing today. Now, like before, we'll start with change. I don't have a whole lot of change, 33 cents, but it's still something. So we'll put that back. We'll grab our change box, throw it in there. All right. So, shoot, I just realized that my binder for the I just realized that my binder for 1 month ahead is downstairs. So I'm gonna go run grab that. I'll be right back. All right, so the reason it wasn't up here with my setup is because my fiance and I kind of adjusted a little bit in here. So you'll notice that, that's right, we don't need this extra envelope. There is no category listed phone or internet. However, there is a new one, Verizon. So we went ahead and put each of our phone bills into one, and then we threw in the internet. So that's why it looks a little bit different, but we are down to 8 envelopes. So the cool thing is that it'll kind of snowball a little bit faster. And I apologize, I'm out of breath from those stairs running downstairs to grab this. So let's go ahead and count out our cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and as usual, we start in the back. Rent gets $1. So we have $3 now in most of these categories. Verizon now has $3. What I did was the money from the internet, I just left in the Verizon envelope. That way it's still on track with everything else. And then the cash from the phone envelope actually went into rent insurance. So this one's a little bit heftier already than it was, but that's why. So car insurance gets $1. So we finally got that taken care of. I might need to look at adding potentially an envelope for my fiance's car insurance. We'll see. Utilities gets $1. Electricity, $1. Motorcycle insurance gets $1. Pet insurance, $1. And now rent insurance gets the remaining $3. All right, so in rent insurance right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at the end of this month, we'll absolutely be able to condense it, and we'll actually be really close to finishing it at that point. I believe there's one more Saturday. No, maybe there's, yeah, one more, I think, Saturday in January. So if we're at 9 now, that'll put us at 12. So then we'll end up swapping 10 of those out for a 10 when we do our cash condensing. And then the next time we go through, we'll still do $1 to all of them. But then in our first one in February, we'll actually only be putting $2 in rent insurance, because that'll finish it off. And then pet insurance will actually get $2 that month. And then rent insurance will be fully stuffed, so it won't be getting anything. And then pet insurance will actually get $4 a week. So that's kind of how it snowballs and builds up and builds up and builds up. And so it's really cool that we're already seeing, you know, those changes start to come about. So, all right, tuck that one in there. Now for our savings challenges. All right, so for our first animal savings challenge, these are with the snaky icons. So we have 40 in there already. Oh, I forgot to mention, we have $68 today that are gonna go into savings challenges. So we have 120, or a single 20, not 120, but we have a $20 bill that we're putting in there, and I think we'll cross off this guy this time. So we're up to 60 in this one. It's actually pretty good. I know in the past, normally with $20 increments, that's been difficult for me, but I've actually been able to do pretty good at this one so far, so that's exciting. All right, dinosaur savings. We are going to, we'll start with 110. And I want to cross off this dude. So we're chipping away at these, getting them done. Now, like, we do have an extra 10 spot that we normally don't have, so I might, depending on, I can't remember how many savings challenges we've started, I'm not gonna start any new ones today. So if I have, say, a leftover 5 or a leftover 10, I think I'm just gonna go back and put them into one of these denomination savings challenges, because I really don't want to be like starting new ones, because then it'll feel more overwhelming. we'll start some new ones as we finish some of the ones that we have going right now. So, bird savings, we're gonna do 5 and mark off this guy. So we'll definitely have some condensing to do in this binder come the end of January. So that's exciting. All right. Now our Valentine's Day roll. So I'm gonna move this out of the way a little bit. And we will use, I think, the blue set this time. So we're gonna grab a 6-sided die, set these aside. And I apologize if you can hear the wind outside. It is ridiculously windy. So yeah. All right, I think we will roll twice for this one today because we do have 2 5s and actually right now quite a few 1s. Maybe we'll do 3 times, we'll see. All right, this one is a 4. So actually what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna take $1 out and put a 5 in. Because if we shove it with a bunch of 1s, that's gonna end up getting really fat. So yeah, let's go again. That is a 2. No, dos. And yeah, we'll definitely go again. We've got a 5. And I think we'll roll one more time. Another 5. So we'll have to do 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Yeah, it's already starting to look kind of chunky. Now, I am not necessarily trying to stuff this one for Valentine's Day. I know it's a Valentine's Day theme challenge. Honestly, right now, with maternity leave coming up and everything like that, savings challenges are more so just going into sinking funds more than anything. So let's see here. We did start this one already, but we have not started the next one. So this will be our last one that we do. Okay, so we have $7 here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna put 15 in here. And we have these snowmen, if you can kind of see that are 15. So we will mark off one of those guys. 10 goes in front, 1s go in back. Kind of dry them off a little bit. There we go. All right. So we are going to call that good for this binder. Wow, yeah, especially that Valentine's Day one is pretty chunky. So we're gonna put that back. Now we have $2 left. So we're gonna pull out our 100 envelope savings. And now, if you recall, we are actually doing it the low income way to begin with. So we have $2. I think what we're gonna do is fill in the 20 spot. So that's 2 plus 0, which would be 2. So we'll mark that off. Try to dry it off a little bit. Grab our $2. And then, so that's 21. Here's 20. So, yeah, just a little reminder, we're starting with the low income way. And once we get a fair number of these filled, we're actually going to condense it and then try to stuff properly, or well, I shouldn't say properly, because you can do it however you want, but you know, the actual amount that the envelopes say. I know it's kind of hard to see, but whether if it's 100, 99, 98, 97, that type of thing, try to stuff some of these in the back here with whatever we have from the ones up here. So, but that is all for now. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. All right, bye.